Holy crap, Star Wars fans. We've got a ton of new leaks and reports all about the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. We're going to break down those reports and I'll sprinkle in some information that I know about how all of this fits together, but I do want to warn you, this will likely spoil some major elements of the Kenobi show. What's up, everybody? It's Josh coming at you from Nerdvengers Tower. Welcome back and smash a like on this video if you're looking forward to the lead up to the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. I probably don't have to tell you this if you're watching this video, but the coming Obi-Wan Kenobi show for Lucasfilm is a big freaking deal. But alas, like all things Star Wars, the show actually comes with some baggage. You're playing around with two of the most famous and beloved Star Wars characters of all time in Obi-Wan Kenobi and in Darth Vader. You're also playing around in a time period that we know the past of and we know the future of. So basically we know where it's going to end up and we know how it started. And I think although the majority of fans out there are just super hyped up to see this show, there are many Star Wars fans that are going to be watching this, seeing if they're going to do anything to break canon, and they're going to decide sort of how they feel as it all unfolds. Let's get into what is going on here. Now, there's actually this really interesting thing going on where this whole week has actually been breaking down different rumors and reports, and I just kind of expected somebody to break something about this scoop, the big scoop, which is, spoiler alert, Leia being a part of the Kenobi show. And I know you're probably thinking, but Josh, haven't you been talking about that for some time? Yeah, I have been, but even this report has some info that I was not privy to, and I'm going to kind of take you through how all of this will tie together. But just 2 days ago, Bespin Bulletin basically came out and said that Jimmy Smits will reprise the role of Bail Organa in the Kenobi series. Oh, and you know what? It's actually important to note here that Bespin Bulletin is talking about a report from Jason Ward over at MakingStarWars.com. That's the report that is saying that Bail Organa is going to be in the show. And Bespin Bulletin says right here, the report reveals that Smits was seen filming with Ewan McGregor and that Bria Organa is also in the series, but it's unclear if she'll be played by Rebecca Jackson, who was the person that played her in the original movies. Personally, I can back up the appearances of Organa's myself, including Leia being played by Vivian Lyra Blair, which was first reported by Cinelinx. So this is actually kind of wild. So this report from Cinelinx happened last year in the middle of 2021. I must have missed this. I remember this Illuminati report that happened when they said they are casting for both young Luke and Leia, and they're talking about the Inquisitors here too. But Vivian Lyra Blair, I know very little about her, but she's going to apparently play a young Leia Skywalker. She was the actress in Bird Box. Now, if we look at the report that just happened today, this is coming from MakingStarWars.net, and it's a really interesting little scoop here. So here's what it says here. It says, we have learned that Obi-Wan will have an important mission in the series that involve none other than Her Highness Princess Leia. As we know, the Kenobi series takes place 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, so this will be a 10-year-old Leia in the series. Additionally, we've learned that the princess managed to get herself into trouble, even at this age. From what we've heard, it appears the princess is being held prisoner in a cantina-like establishment where we will see a healthy mixture of new and familiar creatures. Of course, Obi-Wan's task will be to rescue the princess. With a young Leia's significant involvement in the series, we know that her adopted parents will also play a role. As we all know, Bail Organa adopted Leia after her birth, so actor Jimmy Smits, who played the Senator in the prequels and returned for 2016's Rogue One, will make an important appearance. So let's go through this. Now, yes, it definitely seems like Leia is going to play a really important role in this series. This has been reported by the Illuminati. Cinelinx reported on this. Jason Ward reported on Jimmy Smits, and, now you have Star Wars Newsnet saying, yes, Leia's going to play an important role. That will bother some Star Wars fans. We're going to have to see how it plays out in the series, but essentially it seems like even at age 10, Leia Organa was getting into trouble, perhaps even being an activist or something like this. She ends up getting captured, and she's being held prisoner. Now, from what we understand, this is going to be sort of the crux of getting Obi-Wan off of Tatooine. Bail Organa is going to find Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Bail is essentially going to recruit Obi-Wan to go on a mission to go rescue his daughter. Now, the big looming idea here is going to be that, of course, the Empire cannot discover the true identity of Leia or of Luke Skywalker. So you have your inciting incident, you're going to have Obi-Wan Kenobi leaving to go rescue the princess, and at some point the Inquisitors are going to be involved in this. We don't know exactly how that will work, but the Inquisitors will play a role in this, and when the Inquisitors fail to stop Obi-Wan Kenobi, that will get the attention of Anakin Skywalker, aka Darth Vader. Darth Vader is said to make an appearance in the 3rd episode of the show and play a major role from there on out, leading up to an epic battle between Kenobi and Vader in this series. So even though we're getting some kind of an idea about how all of this will tie together, there are still a lot of question marks. Like, for instance, we heard that the Inquisitors will have scenes on Tatooine. What does that mean? Are they going to show up to Tatooine to try to find Kenobi? Are they just randomly on Tatooine when Kenobi is already gone? There have also been reports that Luke is going to be with Kenobi when he has the confrontation with Vader. Well, what's that all about? I mean, Luke can't possibly have an interaction with Leia before he meets her in A New Hope. Do you see what I'm saying here? There were a lot of questions from Star Wars fans as to how all of this is going to play out. Now, I remain very excited for this show, and a lot of the things that I've heard seem absolutely epic, but coming off of a show like Book of Boba Fett, I can't help but have a little bit of trepidation on how this will all be executed. On the one hand, even the show's existence and a lot of the love that they are putting into it makes me think that Lucasfilm completely acknowledges and understands how big of a deal this show is. I mean, we're hearing that even John Williams is coming back to record some music for the show, likely not scoring the whole thing, but performing some new themes or blending of themes. Obviously, Hayden's back. That's a super big deal. Deborah Chow's amazing. But these questions about how this will fit into the overall canon and what this will do to the relationship of Vader and Anakin in A New Hope is, well, just interesting. And I think the jury is out on how Star Wars fans are going to take some of this information. So that's the new report, guys. Leia causing trouble at a very young age, getting captured. That's going to be what takes Obi-Wan off of Tatooine. Somehow the Inquisitors are involved, and then Vader gets involved, and it just seems like it's going to get really crazy. What do you think about this report and all of the other reports out there surrounding Kenobi? Are you excited? Are you a little hesitant to get hyped up? What are you feeling? Let me know in the comments section below. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe to this channel, see more of our content pop up in your recommended feed, and come on by a live streaming channel, and you can ask me a question in real time or try to trigger me in the chat. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.